Right, so then we have another Brian Thompson original. He did these awesome abilities, and as you can see, there's a lot to take in, so we'll do two at a time. We've got the basic attack up at the top, and then we've got his awesome Q down at the bottom. This has kind of put me on the spot. I got to remember which abilities are all for which characters because I don't play all the characters. All right, something that you'll notice about, well, I mean, obviously the basic attack. We'll just start there. It's pretty basic, right? You've got more saturated yellow here, and then you've got more pale yellows here that also shift a little bit more towards red, meaning they're just slightly more orange, just barely, and then they're desaturated as well. And always remember the different axes that you can move it on. You don't have to move it, you know, with hue and saturation and value all at once. You can do those independent to kind of get different variety. Down here, he really wanted this one to feel much more impactful, right? So what we have is we have the near white at the core. Remember we talked about going close to white, but not quite all the way. The near white at the core, and then the yellow, which is pretty saturated yellow, maybe not all the way, because we can see that the orange around it is fully saturated. It's like super saturated orange, but because it's darkened, it doesn't like scream off of the screen. It still supports the core right here, makes that the primary read, and this nice dark saturated halo kicks in. And then down here, you know, we have the nice subtle sand that we saw up on the basic attack. Alright, so we got a couple more abilities from Xerath. I mean, this is one of those missiles that you definitely don't want to hit you. We mentioned those in the other one before about value, in the other video about value. And you can see that it has nice contrast, of course. It's got a dark halo around it with a really nice bright core. But then also the saturation rules and the hue rules of the energy are consistent, both here and over here, where you've got that near white core to the yellow, to the orange, and then the sandy brown around the outside. Just creates a nice vibe overall.